Hey everyone, this week we are going to get into module 2 of unit 4, and we're going to be talking about factors affecting solubility and how to calculate concentration using different formats. So let's take a quick peek at what you are going to encounter. So we're going to revisit something called intra and intermolecular bonding. Make sure that you copy out those definitions, please, and they relate to why things dissolve in solution. Take a look at any videos that you see that are embedded within each slide and make sure that you're listening to the audio as I go through each lesson slide. We've got the difference between solubility and rate of dissolution. So you need to know those two terms in order for you to be successful on your first Dropbox submission for this module. I'm going to ask that you download the dissolving process worksheet. And in this worksheet, I'm going to ask that you listen to my video lesson, and it's about 25 minutes long. So you will want to allocate some time. And it does indicate to me that you have watched this video. So I do record how much of it you have watched and your participation in doing that. On that worksheet, you not only need to um, indicate the type of dissolving that's happening in terms of does it affect rate or does it affect solubility or both. And again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll want to go back a slide and make sure you record those. But you have to explain. And explaining is the sort of tricky part. So this is where you're going to be getting a communication. And I go through all of that in the lesson video. There's also some supplementary textbook resources here that you can use to aid in your explanation. Moving ahead, there's a really cool TED Talk video about underwater pressure on the body and how that relates to factors affecting solubility and the bends. Then we get into a demonstration that I do, and I would like you to complete this lab sheet. You would have had to have done the learning prior in order to make sense of what is happening in this demonstration. And then we get into calculations. So we need to know the difference between a dilute solution and a concentrated solution. And then we talk about concentration in terms of percentage. And we have some calculations. You're definitely going to want to write down some of these formulas so you have them on hand in order to be successful moving forward. So I go through a bunch of examples with you, and then here's some visual calculations if you need. Okay, and then we also have a practice worksheet where you're going to check your answers. I need you to do the practice prior to doing the final evaluation at the end because we will not be having multiple submissions. You must do the practice and reach out for clarification prior to a final evaluation. We get into the last type of concentration calculation, something referred to as molarity. This is the typical way that most chemists report concentration, and I take you through that. You need to watch this video here and copy down the examples as reference for you. There are 4 of them. And then I've got some supplementary examples for you to see. And then you have a final concentration calculation assignment that you must do, and that will be submitted to the Dropbox. Again, you will want to have done the practice prior to this assignment so that you can reach out and ask for clarification if you need. Okay, so a lot going on this week, but I think you can manage your time well and get that done. And again, reach out at any time if you have any questions or need clarification.